So he's talking about levels, and I kind of just got it right now, even though the levels in the marathon, it goes together. But there's a level that you get to, and you're successful, and you get to the point of being successful. And as a black person, there's this thing that kicks in. There's this jealousy that kicks in. There's this fear that kicks in. Then they start to burn things down. Then they start to take the money out the Freedom Bank. Then they go back on the 40 acres and a mule. Then we don't deserve our worth. So even Hov, Jay, none of us are immune to it. He had to sue Bacardi to get his worth. Like they make us at the next level. You think that you've overcome everything. Oh, I finally made it. And then there's a whole nother army up there that is there to try to push you down the hill. And that's why from being at the mountaintop, I could come back down and tell y'all the only way out of this is if we can unify and combine our forces, because what's waiting for you up there, corporate America is made and built for white men. So when you're going into corporate America, usually your entryway is to help them with their diversity problem. But at the end of the day, you want to be able to open up doors. Sometimes you got to take that opportunity and get in. And so that's what I did with CIROC. But I told them I don't work for nobody. Everything in my portfolio I own. So you guys have to know my ultimate dream is a tequila. Since I was a kid, but I was like, I really love tequila. And this was before the whole tequila craze. So it's like you make a deal. You make a deal like, I'm going to advance this for you so then we could be good partners and you could give me what I want, which is my opportunity for me to own my brand and to be able to build generational wealth for my kids and my people. And I just need the same 24 hours as y'all giving everybody else in your portfolio. And I couldn't get that. I had to send my people down to Mexico. And this is just to tell you what the fight is about. They went down to Mexico. And when they got down there, they found out that there was 0 agave planted for DeLeon. So there was no plan for us to be successful. There was no equal treatment. The other brands, they had agave planted. They had no agave planted for me. And sometimes you have to go check even your partners to see what's really going on. And so when I saw that, I was like, nah, I'm going to fight because it's bigger than me. It's about not just me, it's about we, it's about all of us. So I chose my purpose over profit. And that's the whole DeLeon situation. Yeah. Supply and distribution is everything. Whether you came from the streets, we all know that. We learned that at a very young age. And so no matter how I market a product, if they just keep me in black neighborhoods through the distribution, I can never grow. I can never be as great as I could be or as great as we can be. You know, so if people control your supply and control your distribution, they control your future. And so that's what I'm fighting for right now.
So let's talk about CIROC. Is that one of the biggest regrets that you made as far as not having equity in CIROC?
No, it's not a regret. Everybody has a journey, and that's just really how, you know, corporate America works. You gotta pay your dues to get in, and they make us prove ourselves over and over and over. And I don't have any regrets because the journey was the most important. And also, I'm not really letting CIROC go. So, you know, I'm going through this, but it's part of the journey. So I had to go through this to be able to get to this point.
Well, when you spoke to us, it was enlightening because even if you look at a lot of the billionaires in our culture, it's because of spirits. When you look at Jay, you look at yourself, a lot of people have made their money not so much on the music side, but on the spirit side. Then you look at somebody like George Clooney, who's one of the greatest actors of all time. He became a billionaire because of tequila on the low. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like when you were saying how other brands were put in bars and put in restaurants, and there was marketing dollars behind that. That's why you heard of these liquors that you never heard of before. They weren't putting your liquor in the same places, and they was actually just relying on your star power and not giving you the marketing dollar. It's kind of like fighting with your hands cuffed. So I think it's great to communicate that, because from the outside in, it could be looked at as like, that's just somebody's rich problems, like me soon, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you said, it's bigger than you.
We have to come to the reality that nobody is coming to save us. No one is coming to save us. Media is the most powerful industry in the world. If you don't control your narrative, somebody else will control it. I built Revolt not just as a platform to follow in the footsteps of BET, which I want to just give a shout out to Bob Johnson, Kathy Hughes from Radio 1, all of the Byron Allen, and to me, it was so important that we had our own Black free press. I feel information is so valuable and so crucial. So it wasn't like I wanted Revolt to come out and we do a bunch of reality shows. I wanted Revolt to be a base, a foundation of information that people of other colors have the luxury to have. When you watch CNN, they don't talk about us. They don't talk about our problems. We can't relate to that. Even MSNBC, they talk about it a little bit more. Fox, we can't relate to it. So with Revolt, I had to look at the fact that we did not, as a people, have a free press. That means you have no voice. You can't say what you want to say. Them cats on CNN, MSNBC, Fox, they can't say what they really want to say. At Revolt, you can say what you really want to say, and that's freedom. And so that's why it was important for me to go and really, really invest in Black media, to be a leader in Black media, but still there lies the problem. Black media only gets 1% of advertising dollars. They feel like they negotiated with us and said, okay, we'll give you 2%. And so it's this constant struggle of whether it was, you know, when I was doing Sean John or Revolt as somebody having me, I'm knowing I'm getting into these situations and there are going to be these obstacles, but I want the smoke, you know. John Lewis said, good trouble, you know, get into good trouble. And that's what Revolt is really about. It's about shaking it up and giving the voices a platform. But first of all, they are buying Black media to market to y'all, but they're not buying it from the actual Black media platforms or companies. If we don't have the resources, then we don't have the ability to compete. The money that you make, you put into your programming, you invest in your talent, you invest in your marketing. So it's a struggle for Black media companies. But it's an unnecessary struggle, because we have the power to do anything we want to do. We run the world, we run the culture, but we have to understand how it works. If they're only giving us 1% and there's $100, what you gonna do with $1? And everybody else got $50, $40, and you only have $1. And so that's putting it in layman's terms. But it's such an importance to have Black media, to have that representation. And so the fight continues.
My particular experience with Beam Centauri, it was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for CIROC. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So when you see him go to De Leon is when you see him have some issues. And it gets bad. You know, and these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. You know what I mean? Like, you look, when you go to the spirits business, it's not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got two companies that are $3 billion a year, and Beam Centauria and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the numbers, the right numbers, the amount. So it's kind of like they incentivize the sales force by giving them box bonuses. And then when you sell a product, you get the bonuses off the boxes that's there. But you make that no matter what product you're selling. So if you sell Hennessy or Remy out the gate, they start to put downward pressure on the new companies. You see, I had a lawsuit with Remy. They said that because I had an oval-shaped bottle, that there was some sort of product confusion, and I'm like, where?
As far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you.
Hold on.
Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck who, because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that, and get out of jail is that you promise that you're going to go pull my coat card. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the fuck up about Michael.
Right.
I'm Michael now. Every Michael you can think of, but mostly Godfather Michael now.
I would like to know how you all feel about this situation, and while you are letting me know, could you please like and share this video and subscribe to Genevas Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Genevas Closet, and you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.